It's Santa!
It's Santa!
Santa! That it is.
You have arrived at Laughbox, the podcast for the Association of Applied and Therapeutic Humor. We are so excited you're here.
It's Santa! Santa!
All right.
I can't believe it!
That's right. It's Santa!
It's Santa!
Santa! That it is. Hello.
Welcome to Laughbox, the official podcast of the Association for Applied and Therapeutic Humor. I'm Jim Bob Williams.
And I'm Katie B.
And today, our special guest is...
What?
Santa! Oh, my goodness. Katie and Jim Bob, it's so good to be with you today.
Santa, I can't believe you took a moment out of your time for us.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Both of you, you've been on the nice list quite a few times over the years. So I like to check in on everybody and see how they're doing,
Thank you. We know your calendar is really full these days. It's just amazing that you could come here. We're just thrilled. And before we start, I mean, you've been called a saint, you've been called an elf, you've been called Santa Claus and Father Christmas and Père Noël. But today, can we just call you simply Santa?
You sure can. Simply Santa, just call me Nick, whichever you'd like.
Very nice.
Nick, I've got goosebumps. So I just wonder, how was your vacation? How'd the summer go for you?
Oh, the summer went very well indeed. Of course, I know that you guys are up in West Virginia, and I spent a lot of my summer down in the I guess you would say the most southern county of West Virginia. Yeah, Myrtle Beach. So, oh yes.
Well, Katie's actually calling in from Miami.
Miami,
Arizona.
Okay, it's your Amy, not Miami, right?
Yeah, correct.
Right. Oh,
nice. Okay. Yeah, it's mine, definitely.
It's yours. Yes, of course. Well, I've been there many times over the years. It's beautiful at nighttime. So, very nice place. Yes.
It is. Yeah.
Okay, so what do you do to stay in shape? I mean, you've got all those big bag of toys to lift. I mean, what you pump an iron? CrossFit? What are you doing?
Well, I tell you, I'm always up and moving. When you're over 1,800 years old, you've got to move around. So you keep moving around. Sure. Yes. But and speaking of shape, I did remind my elf doctor here, who always tells me to have a little elf control when it comes to cookies, that I am in shape. Round is a shape.
That's true. That's so true.
Yes, and that makes you the biggest guest ever to be on Laughbox.
Hey, Simply Santa.
Yes.
I have a question.
Yes.
How do you hire your elves?
How do I hire my elves? It is a very strict process, and then, we have our human resources department. Pretty much these days, I'm in distribution. The elves take care of the hiring and things like that with Mrs. Claus's approval. She does do a lot of things behind the scenes that nobody even thinks about.
Like what?
Now, back in the early days, an elf would just show up at the door and say that they would like to help, and I would just let them in. But these days, there's so many believers. So it takes, a little bit more screening at times, and, there was the year that we had a few gnomes. They drink a lot. So we don't do gnomes. Yeah. So
have you ever had a leprechaun come in and try and be an elf?
Well, he only wanted to take care of Ireland.
Right.
And he wasn't good with hand tools. All he wanted to do was jig all day.
Right.
So, yeah, it was difficult.
Okay, so the elves kind of manage their own workflow. So
very much so. Very much so. Yes. They're very productive. Of course, when you eat as much corn or candy corn, candy canes, and syrup as they do, you tend to get in a rhythm and go to new heights. Honestly.
But they still function as an elf-directed work team. I'm impressed.
They do.
And how's Rudolph doing?
Rudolph's doing well. He's doing very well. Of course, he's not as young as he used to be. He was born in 1938, and a lot of people don't realize that.
Wow.
But he does come out with us on Christmas Eve, especially we use him through the foggiest of the areas now. He doesn't do the full run anymore. He considers himself a celebrity, so he's kind of a figurehead on the team, just about as much as I am. But when his agent called me and asked for decreased work hours, that's when I started worrying about Rudolph. That happened around 1964, when Rankin Bass, had him in the claymation. And as you can see, I'm not as bald as all that as they had me in the movie. But anyway, yes, so Rudolph is doing very well, and he will be with me on Christmas Eve, just like always.
Very nice.
Oh, that's wonderful. That is just wonderful. So, I don't want to delve too much into your personal life, and you don't have to answer all these questions, but how does Mrs. Claus feel about being left alone every December 24th?
Honestly, she loves the quiet.
Oh.
Yes, Mrs. Claus is very quiet. She's a quiet person, and she handles herself, very, very quietly. But when she speaks, that you need to listen. Well, I'm big and boisterous, as everybody knows, ho, 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 and so forth. And she likes a little bit of a break. But I have known a few times when maybe a letter has come in at the last minute where she's actually done a delivery. So she thinks I don't know, but it does happen.
Wow. How do the Clauses deal with conflict?
Conflict? Well, every now and then in every marriage, somebody rocks the sleigh. But, we do our best to resolve things. She's right. Just like, as you would find out in every marriage, she's right. Santa does make mistakes, whether he realizes it or not. But we love one another and we go right along.
Oh, good. I'm so glad to hear that. And then when you make up, do you have a sign that says when the sleigh is a rockin', don't come knockin'?
Jumping, jingle bells, what a question. Well, we meet under the mistletoe, so there we go.
All right. Okay. These are very interesting times, and has the EPA asked you to put more kids on the nice list to reduce your carbon footprint?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Well, you see, I'm trying to run an initiative in which we work on wooden toys only, so that would cut back on all the plastics and all of the batteries and all of various things like that. For hundreds of years, we did wooden toys. And before that, it was candy and nuts and pieces of fruit. And when we really go back to my earliest days, I was giving clothing and loaves of bread and things like that to people. So I thought that maybe it would be a good idea to go back and revisit some of the older designs and things. But I've talked to several children about that over the past couple of years, and they're not keen on it.
Oh.
But I don't want to get into the same situation that the Easter Bunny did with painting the eggs and things. He had a major issue when they found out there was just a trace of lead in the paint he was using.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, so we don't want that to happen at the North Pole either. Easter Bunny's good though; he is. For just to let you know, I canceled a card game with him and the Tooth Fairy to do this interview.
We're
it's okay.
Honored.
It's okay because he cheats, and it is what it is.
You laugh a lot. How does laughing make you feel better?
Well, it goes back to the Bible. A merry heart doeth good like a medicine, and I always keep things merry and bright. So we jingle all the way up here, and that's how we live our lives.
You're known as a jolly old elf, too.
I am.
Okay. So what's the difference between jolly and merry?
Jolly and merry? Jolly, as a matter of fact, may have sometimes a little bit of mischief behind it.
Oh.
Okay?
Yeah.
And merry is just having a very happy heart. So, it all comes from the heart. And that's always how I've done my work, is always from the heart, And that's the way I do it.
Santa, what is the worst snowstorm that you have experienced?
Oh my. Well, living at the North Pole, we do see those quite a bit. And I can remember the Christmas of 1937. That was a tough one. That was Rudolph's debut, as a matter of fact, and they were saying that Christmas was going to come probably February 1st that year because it was so bad. But I was able to find Rudolph, and there we went, right through the blizzard, and we were able to cut right through and get everything done on time. But now I do remember another Christmas as well that I'll tell you that was rather difficult, and that was the Christmas of 1942. Guys, you don't understand what it's like until you've tried to fly a sleigh with 6 reindeer and a drunken elf. the Blitz was a hard time. But we got through. It may have been December 27th that year, but we got through.
Oh, so happy to hear that. I can't imagine making it through December without a Christmas.
Absolutely.
So, question, the job has certainly gotten tougher. This year, how do you plan on handling all those countries that have got, anti-ballistic missile shields, like, the Iron Dome defense?
Well, I do have my version of the United Nations up here, and I have elves from various countries around the world. And what we do is part of my prep and landing division actually goes to the countries, and we set up things many, many months in advance so that I can get in and take care of the children that are on my nice list. And I will say this: I don't always deliver coal. A lot of people say that I do, but I do tend to give a little leeway. The more kisses you give, the bigger hugs you get. So if I can change a life by giving a gift, then sometimes that takes care of it. So, but we sneak in and with the help of the governments, and they're all very much in line with me. There's a couple that I worry about, but we'll be fine, I think, this year.
Oh, so glad to hear that.
Yeah.
We need hope. We need hope. We need joy. We need cheer. And above all, we need peace on earth and goodwill to men. And if I am not a symbol of that, then I don't know what I am.
That's right. And Santa, speaking of your symbol as a
Yes.
self, I have a question about your skincare routine because you look really great. The audience can't see you in this podcast, but you look amazing, Santa. What's your secret?
Oh, my dear, when you eat as many cookies as me, and you have this little pouch right here, a bowl full of jelly, maybe a little bigger than a bowl, the wrinkles tend to spread out. So.
Oh, that's so smart.
But now I do eat, seriously though, I do eat my vegetables and my lean proteins, and I have a regimen of keeping fit. Mrs. Claus and I both do, and she's always telling me when I see a salad in front of me and roll my eyes, eat, Papa, eat.
Right. So I'm just curious here.
Yes.
And, asking for a friend, so to speak. How nice do you have to be, and how long do you have to be nice? I mean, like, could you overlook someone that might have been naughty up until, say, December 15th and then turned it around? Or, we grading on a curve?
Well, remember this fella, Ebenezer Scrooge?
Oh, my goodness, yeah.
He was the last hour, and he ended up having a wonderful Christmas. So, yes, I do give leeway there because Christmas is a time when you come into contact with things that could change your life. So we like to think that people are going to do that, and I continue on it, and I keep a little extra gift in my bag for them.
Beautiful. And Santa, what would your advice be for children and big people all around the world about kindness?
Well, never go a day without showing someone that you love them, whether it be a small gift like I would give, or a kind word, or whatever you can do to show someone that you care, then by all means do it. That's what I would say. I think I've been the poster child of giving for many, many years now.
Indeed, yes.
So yes, that would be my greatest advice.
Lovely. Thank you.
Okay, now I don't want to appeal to your vanity, but you've had quite a number of stars portray you in Hollywood movies. So I just want to ask, who's your favorite actor giving the best performance as Santa?
Hollywood, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Talk about those movies.
My word. They've been having me in films since 1898. So that's a long, long time. But next to Sherlock Holmes and Colonel Sanders, I'm probably the best known image out there when it comes to advertising and also in films. I believe Mr. Holmes comes second to me. But anyways, my favorite, I remember when Miracle on 34th Street came out in 1947, and I was impressed with Edmund Gwynn. I loved him. But there have been many. I also love David Huddleston. Everybody knows him from The Big Lebowski. Yeah. But the folks that made Christopher Reeve's Superman movies also made a movie about me called Santa Claus, the movie, in 1985. And it was interesting because one of my elves named Patch was played by Dudley Moore.
Yeah.
So there were some laughs in that one too. But I like that portrayal. I don't know. There's a lot of different ones that show different sides of me. And I think some have done better than others. So, oh yes.
Right.
I'm watching Jim Bob. He's working on one of the ornaments on his tree.
That's it's starting to fall down on me.
The ornamented. Oh yeah, that makes sense.
So you gotta be careful here.
I thought that was aerobics, but I didn't know.
Okay, so there's still hope that maybe Robert Downey Jr. could portray you someday, and he'd be the first to be Santa Claus and Sherlock Holmes.
Well, I don't know about that. There was this guy on stage.
Really?
Jim Bob, you might have remembered him. His name was John Johnson.
John Johnson? How could I forget John Johnson? He's a legend in West Virginia.
Wow.
So I hear. He's also on the nice list, but he does a good job portraying me as well. Even wrote a book about it called Simply Saint Nick.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Now, he didn't send me a copy, so I had to go to Amazon like everybody else and look for it. But yes, it was a very good book too. So
I guess a lot of people portray you, but John Johnson's certainly been one of the most remarkable. I mean, I read the book, and that's an excellent book. Very, just really, it really captures the essence of Simply Santa.
It does. Yes, he's done a good job, and he did a lot of research growing up, and I can remember visiting him, and yes, he was always a good student.
Did he have his face in a book every time you visited?
It was usually a Christmas book.
Yeah.
But I can remember when he was 6 years old, he first put on a red suit that his mother made him, and he had a cotton ball beard.
Oh.
Yes. So I can remember he was so excited about portraying me, and I think he's done a good job over the years.
Santa, I think John Johnson and I have something in common.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So when I was young, I was in a dance recital, and I refused to leave the stage. After the dance recital, my mom had to bring me my lunch on the stage.
Oh yes. Well, I think he would have done something like that. I remember he was supposed to be in a play the night before Christmas, and he wasn't supposed to say anything. He was supposed to sneak up and put the packages down, so one of my helpers told me. And instead of doing that, he had to yell, ho, 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 Merry Christmas before he did. And I understand his teacher just bowed her head and just shook her head at him.
So Santa, how do you feel about NORAD these days? NORAD tells the families and the kids exactly where you are during Christmas days.
Oh, yes. NORAD is a big help. They really are. And they make sure that everything that I'm doing is safe, that I'm taken care of as I go along. And they keep a nice report on me. Now, every now and then I like to trick them a little bit. I'll be someplace that they don't think I am. And then, we have fun with that. But the United States Air Force has really helped me quite a bit over the years. And I know that from another helper that you possibly were one of my elves at one point in the past, weren't you?
It's true. For 2 years, I was your elf, Santa, for the Air Force Band in Maryland.
See, there we are.
And we would watch NORAD bring you in, and then we would all celebrate and sing. It was beautiful.
Yes, yes. They've always been very good to me, and I'm always very good to them too.
Well, when you fly the friendly skies, you know.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we've got to keep them friendly. That's the thing.
Yes, we do.
There have been a few times. It's been a close call for Santa, I tell you. Different airplanes getting in my track and things like that. And NORAD helps to take care of a lot of that. So, and this year I'm looking forward to their help again. We've already spoke to Command Central, and we've also spoken to the Pentagon. We've spoken to the powers that be in England and all the different nations around. And we are looking for a wonderful, wonderful flight this year. I'm going to try to break a few records this year. Just for something extra special for the children. This is one of those years when we need more cheer.
That's right.
Amen.
A lot going on in this world, and Mrs. Claus and I look and we worry and we pray, but we're going to make it as special as we possibly can for all those children. So I'm going to say this to the children. Remember, look up to that night sky on Christmas Eve. You never know what you're going to see.
Yeah. And remember, kids, Santa always delivers.
That's exactly right. One night a year.
Yes. Santa, I have a little bit of an off-topic question for you.
Okay.
Because there's some stuff in the news right now, and I'm curious, have you ever ran into any aliens?
Well, I'm not going to say that I haven't seen a few strange things in the sky as I'm traveling around. But then again, sometimes they report me as being a UFO as well.
That's right.
But I will say this in regards to UFOs and Bigfoot and all that, the hairy one does write to me and says, Santa, I believe in you. So there we go.
Squatch, that Sasquatch he's pretty friendly, actually.
He's a bit sassy.
Yeah, a little sassy. Yes.
A little bit. Yet, he never complains.
That's right.
Oh, yes. But, I've been called a UFO many, many times. And sometimes, we send the reindeer for their preseason exercise and things like that. And sometimes they get picked up. And Rudolph's nose, there's many reports of people seeing red lights in the sky.
Absolutely.
Even in the summer. So, yes. Oh, yes.
Yep. When Rudolph's out for a jog.
Right. So that's what we tend to think up at the North Pole, though, is, a lot of those sightings are us. And I know you guys have seen the Northern Lights this year.
Yes, we have.
Yes, so beautiful.
Oh, I've got to tell you about this because I'm working on something that goes along with beating the records this year.
Wow.
What I'm trying to do is this. I have been working with the gravitational pull of the Earth along with the magnetic North Pole. Now, we have all the magnet energy and things like that. My head of technology, Dr. Fernando, little fellow, very friendly, knows those things. He's been working with the theory, Einstein's theory of possibly, and he's been working with the magnetic North Pole, pushing it against the magnetic South Pole to create more power from the atmosphere to run the factory more efficiently, faster, and also causing the sleigh to go faster through the sky.
Wow.
Wow, that's like multiplying the jet stream. That's amazing.
Exactly right. Exactly right. And of course, in doing that, I think I've in talking to some of the children throughout the year that I've seen along the way, I think they're getting a bit confused about it, though, because, I live at the North Pole, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when I explain this, they think I live at the South Pole. But, I can't live at both poles, Jim Bob.
No, that would be bipolar.
Exactly right.
Okay.
But it is working very well. And that's why everyone's able to see the Northern Lights so well this year.
Oh, beautiful. Love it.
All right, now, you have made an imprint on music. So many songs have been written about you. So tell which of the songs you think capture you, and which songs, well, maybe don't capture you as well?
Well, of course, jolly old St. Nicholas. That's my
Yeah.
favorites. Yes. Santa Claus is coming to town. That gives too many false impressions.
Mm.
I sound a little creepy in the first verse of that one and the chorus.
Yeah. Knows
yeah.
when you're sleeping, knows when you're awake. Yeah, that's
yeah.
a lot like stalking. Yeah.
Yes. And I never want to be called that. Although I've been called the greatest B&E artist in the world. So, but
you haven't been caught yet.
I don't take. I leave. Well, maybe a cookie. But I love "Here Comes Santa Claus," but I never could get the dancing that Elvis did on that one. But
who could? Yeah.
Yeah. Colonel Parker would never give me access for that.
I understand he took 50% of 50% of Elvis's toys too. It was kind of...
True.
And speaking of music, what type of music is your elves' favorite?
Well, let's see. They come from all over the world. And elves are very traditional. They love their folk instruments, which they bring, and they love the folk music of their areas that they come from. So you come to the workshop, you'll hear all kinds of different sounds from all over the world. And you'll hear bluegrass, you'll hear pop, you'll hear what people call now, I think, Americana. You'll hear many folk types of music and singing all over the workshop. Wow. And most of the time it is a Christmas tune that you hear.
And I heard they like rap.
Oh, especially in one department. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, but I understand the Easter Bunny kind of dominates hip hop. Okay.
True. Yes, he does. Yeah, the notorious EB. Yes.
All right. Well, Santa, one question that we always ask our guests here on Laughbox is, what advice would you give somebody who may not be all that jolly or merry on a given Thursday because of what they face? What advice would Santa give to that person?
No matter how bad of a day you're having, find that little place of joy that we all get in any day that we have. Find something to laugh with or laugh at, because when we laugh, things just don't seem to be as bad as what they were when we first started thinking about them. And as you do that, find some way to give some joy to someone else.
All right. Well, Santa, we know, thank you very much. And we know you've got a lot of big gigs coming up. I mean, we've got St. Nicholas Day, December 6th.
Oh, yes. My Crozier are ready.
All right.
Good.
And of course, December 24th. But we mentioned John Johnson before.
Oh, yeah.
Does he have any special things coming up in the next month or so that we should tell people about?
As far as I know, he is going to be in the Myrtle Beach area. Matter of fact, he was in West Virginia. Let me see, back in October for.
Yes, I was so disappointed I couldn't be there. Yeah.
Right. He should be at the Bass Pro Shop in Myrtle Beach. As a matter of fact, he's helping me there this year.
Wow.
And yes, as a matter of fact, I need to get in touch with some of my operatives in Myrtle Beach and get some of the lists. I have a lot of gentlemen all over the country and all over the world, as a matter of fact, that they take the requests for me and the list grows. So I try to keep up with all that. But it is a busy year. So we're doing all that we can. But John's helping out quite a bit in Myrtle Beach. So he'll be there, I believe, until the 24th. And I think he's after that, he'll probably take a little break.
And we mentioned if somebody wanted to get a hold of him, how could they get a hold of him?
Simply stnick.com.
Simply stnick.com.
Yes, just like his book. Yes.
Right. And his book is new, isn't it?
What is it?
I'm sorry. His book is new, isn't it?
It was written last year, so this will be the second Christmas that it's available, as I understand it.
That's awesome.
So,
and I interrupted you, Santa. Sorry.
It's okay. Don't you worry. It's all right.
Now, we promised we'd avoid controversial subjects, but there's one thing I got to ask you.
Okay.
Did you and the Jolly Green Giant ever settle that lawsuit about who had the rights to ho ho ho?
Well, the judge determined that I had over 1,000 years use of it before he was ever brought onto the scene. So I won. I won.
All right. You know,
Glad
you
to
don't.
hear that.
Yeah, you don't see that ad very much anymore, huh?
No.
No, that's because Santa won.
That's
right.
I know you can't talk about the details of the settlement, but
no, I can't. I can't. There's a lot more than green beans and carrots involved, though. I'll tell you that.
Oh.
Santa, I'm just going to ask you some questions. You don't have to have the right answers.
Oh.
But we can kind of play with this together. So, what's a dog's favorite Christmas treat?
Usually my leg, depending on what house I got.
I think they might like some candy canines.
Very much so. Yeah, candy or a cookie. Yes. Candy canines. I like that. That's good.
Other question I had is you got to tell me, and I just really want to know, is that a real beard or do you put one on every year?
This one's real, but sometimes I like to sneak around so people don't necessarily know that it's me. And I'll put one on. And trust me, the glue hurts pulling it out of this.
But, I can imagine. Yeah.
Yes. But for some anonymity, I may sneak into a mall or something here and there, and I'll put on a beard just so I look a little different. But yes, I keep my real whiskers.
Oh, very good. And do you have any special requests for cookies this year?
Oh my, Jim Bob, you're asking a loaded question there. I love all cookies. I mean, I love the round kind. I love the square kind. I love the ones that are shaped like bells, the ones that are shaped like gingerbread or snowmen or even me. I love them with sugar sprinkles on top. I love them with icing. I love them with chocolate chips or even oatmeal raisin. Not many people leave those anymore. The only one that I worry about sometimes, and I usually save these, are the peanut butter ones. Because when you eat a peanut butter cookie, especially, at 3:00 in the morning and the milk has been sitting there all that time and it doesn't really help you. It sticks to the top of your mouth. So you can't say, ho, ho, ho. And they're Mrs. Claus's favorites too, so I like to share those with her.
Oh, that's very sweet.
Santa, go ahead.
Okay, now chicken wings are also good. If you want to leave me some chicken wings and Coca-Cola, that's always good too. A little cheese here and there. Something different is always good as well, because I've got a whole world that's leaving me sweets.
Right, and Santa could use some protein on a long night.
Absolutely right.
So Santa, do you use GPS?
Well, that's an interesting thing about the reindeer. The reindeer have what is called empathic navigation. Now, that's one of the special gifts that reindeer can be born with. Okay, there are four actually when you consider Rudolph. There are four gifts that a reindeer can receive at birth. Number one is the gift of flight. Number two is the gift of invisibility, because a lot of people don't see me on Christmas Eve, and I'll explain why they don't see me also. But the reindeer sometimes, when they're stopped, they can go invisible. But also, the reindeer have empathic navigation, and what that is they have an extra sensory ability that allows them to home in on exactly where a child is that has been good and or perhaps is in need, but I always know where I'm going to go.
Wow.
And of course, there's the red nose deal as well.
Right. So Santa's never a lost cause.
Never. Oh, that was a bad one. But anyway.
So have you ever given thought to retiring and passing the sled on to somebody else?
Oh, I mean, there have been times when it's been frustrating. There was that one terrible year where I decided that I was just going to take a break and nobody needed me.
Oh,
And
the year without a Santa Claus. Oh, who could forget that?
exactly, that little boy Ignatius, he was so helpful in helping me see the light on that one.
Hmm.
I don't know what it would be like without me. What do you think?
I can't imagine it. I
You
can't
know,
imagine it.
I would like your opinion. Speaking of
Okay.
without you, how about too much of you? So in all across the country, in these big cities, they have this thing called SantaCon, where
Oh,
hundreds and hundreds of people dress up like you and make mischief. What do you think about that, Santa?
well, I think they're getting me mixed up with another one of my old acquaintances. Krampus was always the mischief man,
Oh,
not me.
yeah.
But
Oh,
I'm not a fan of those because a lot of behaviors that I don't approve of are added in there, and never use me, Saint Nicholas, as a reason to go out and carry on in diverse and strange ways.
this is
Hmm.
true. Yes.
I've never been to one of those. Now, I have been to a few Santa conventions where some of the helpers, they all get together and so forth, and that's always been handled quite well. But I've never been to a Santa con, and because I very much feel that it is a con. If you get what I,
Oh, gotcha.
there we
I
are.
hear you. I've been to a couple of them, and
Oh,
they can be a little bit wild. I'll tell you, those are the wild impersonators
yes,
for
yeah.
sure.
Now I can remember when it was wild at Christmas many, many years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Back in the dark ages, it was something else. But the chimneys were bigger back then, so I didn't have to really squeeze as hard as I have to now to get down a chimney.
I was
They
going
were.
to ask you about that.
Oh yes, it was a lot easier to get into a castle back in those days. Of course, I have the key as well. I do have a key that Dr. Fernando created for me about 20 years ago that allows me to go through the front door. Now, I only have about 0.73 seconds to get in, go to the tree, go to the cookies, and back out. So I'm very quick at what I do.
Wow.
Mhm.
And
So,
do you know that where do you get your reindeer? Because in Michigan, they grow reindeer at
Oh
this
yes,
rooftop landing uh, reindeer farm. Is that where you get your reindeer?
Rooftop Landing and I have a common interest, of course, in reindeer growing and things, and they also have a few of my reindeer there that come from my herds. At this point, we have our own herds at the North Pole that are,
Of
they
course.
migrate around, of course. But I have to tell you this: we're not always in the same place up there either. We're on an island that floats. So when
oh,
everybody tries to find the North Pole by,
mhm.
explorers, things like that, well, we'll be on the other side of the Arctic. We're moving around constantly. And that's what the reindeer do. But Rooftop actually keeps a team of reindeer for me as a backup on Christmas Eve in case, that we might, Donner or Blitzen or somebody might feel a little rough or what have you.
Yeah. And
So,
is Dancer your best performing reindeer?
Dancer is a very good performer, as is Cupid. But Donner and Blitzen, they're the engines.
Oh, really? I didn't
Oh
know
yeah,
that.
yes. They've been with me from the very beginning, followed by Vixen,
Mm-hmm.
and of course Prancer has came in as well shortly after Vixen. But Donner and Blitzen, they are the real engines of the team. They're the ones that give the power. I mean, their names mean thunder and lightning.
hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
is it a Donner or Donder?
Well, it depends on if you're in the Netherlands or if you're in Germany.
Okay,
Donner in the Netherlands, Donder in Germany.
Oh,
okay.
very nice. I
Yeah.
was speaking German in the Netherlands for a little minute there.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Yeah,
was a Dutch treat. Yeah.
Welcome by
Donkeyville.
Nachten.
Ah.
All right. So Again, I want to, Santa, it's just amazing for you to take the time to talk to us. We're just in awe. Maybe we were big fans before, but now we're just off the chain here. Okay, and
I appreciate it.
But I meant to ask earlier.
Yes.
You brought it up, and I just need the answer right now.
Okay.
Are you at liberty to tell us about your stealth technology?
Oh my. You know, I'm that is a very close knit secret. I have to be very careful with that. So maybe we talk off the record. I'll give you the whole thing. Okay.
All right.
Because Jim, you have been pretty good this year, I have to say.
Oh, thank you.
Oh.
Thank you.
Except for that day in June. Now there was a day in June where you maybe a little off. I'll have to talk to Miss Kris about that. But anyway.
Santa, what do you call it when you take a break?
Well, we just call it a holiday.
It's not a Santa pause?
Oh.
Sorry.
I hate to say this, but you see me and didn't know what I look like and everything. It's very hard to get a pause from that.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Mrs. Claus will tell you that at any time.
Yeah.
All right. So, on behalf of the Association for Applied and Therapeutic Humor, we want to thank our very special guest, Simply Santa!
Well, now, I want to say this to all my friends out there. I want each and every one of you to enjoy this wonderful season. Spread some love, some joy, and some giving to those around you this year. And as always, have a Merry Christmas.
Thank you so much, Santa.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I'll see you soon. Don't forget the milk and cookies, okay?
Yes, and I will be an elf here in Arizona, so I'll be seeing you when you're around here.
Absolutely. I'll pick you up.
Perfect.
All right.
And this has been Laughbox, the official podcast of the Association for Applied and Therapeutic Humor. And our very special guest has been Simply Santa. All of you other podcasts, ho, ho, ho! We got him first. Thank you. So on behalf of the ATH, this is Jim Bob Williams.
And I'm Katie B.
And Merry Christmas. Happy New Year from the AATH.
Oh, thank you, each and every one of you, and Merry Christmas.
Laughbox is a production of the Association for Applied and Therapeutic Humor. Visit us online at www.aath.org. Follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or LinkedIn. Music by Gary Rubio. For more information, www.garyrubiomusic.com.